4 dangerous morning mistakes people over 70 make. Fix them now. Well, hello there, my friend. Pour yourself a cup of tea and settle in for a moment. You know, there's something magical about mornings, isn't there? That quiet time when the world's still soft around the edges. But I've got to ask you, have you ever woken up feeling like your body's playing catch-up with your spirit? Maybe you've noticed a little more stiffness in your joints or a bit less spring in your step than you'd like. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. In fact, what you do in those first precious hours after opening your eyes can make all the difference in how you feel for the rest of the day, and honestly, for the rest of your life. That's why today, we're chatting about 4 sneaky morning habits that might be quietly working against you. Now, I know what you're thinking. I've had my routines for decades. And that's wonderful. But as our bodies gracefully change after 70, some of those old routines might need a gentle tweak. The good news? Fixing them is simpler than you'd imagine. We'll walk through this together, step by step, like neighbors talking over the garden fence. No jargon, no scare tactics, just practical, doable changes. So let's start with something so common. Most of us don't even think twice about it. Picture this. Your alarm goes off, sunlight peeks through the curtains, and what's the first thing you do? If you're like my dear friend Arthur, you swing your legs over the side of the bed and pop right up like toast from a toaster. Arthur told me just last week. Been doing it since basic training in '65. But here's the thing. Our bodies aren't 25 anymore. When you bolt upright like that, your blood pressure can drop like a stone in water. 1 minute you're steady, the next woozy, dizzy, or worse. Arthur learned this the hard way when he took a tumble reaching for his slippers. Now, why does this happen? Overnight, your body's been horizontal, resting. When you rise too fast, your heart has to work overtime to pump blood against gravity, especially if you've got low blood pressure or take certain medications. It's like revving a cold engine. So here's the fix, and it's beautifully simple. The pause and stretch rule. Before you even sit up, take 3 deep breaths. Inhale slowly through your nose. Let your belly rise. Then exhale like you're blowing out birthday candles. Then, sit on the edge of the bed for a full minute. Count to 60. Hum a tune. Or just watch the birds outside your window. Plant your feet firmly on the floor and let your body adjust. Only then do you stand up, nice and slow. Arthur does this now while reciting his favorite poem. He says it's turned his mornings from a race into a ritual. All right, let's move to the second habit. This one's a real troublemaker because it disguises itself as a time saver. I'm talking about skipping breakfast, or worse, settling for a sad little cookie with your coffee. Now I get it. Maybe your appetite isn't what it used to be, or you're just not hungry at dawn. But here's the danger. After a night's fast, your blood sugar's already low. Ignoring breakfast is like trying to drive a car on fumes. Your energy crashes by mid-morning, your mood dips, and your body starts burning muscle instead of fat. My neighbor Ethel used to say, "I'll just wait for lunch," until she realized she was snapping at her grandchildren and needing naps by 10 a.m. What's happening under the hood? As we age, our metabolism slows, and our bodies become less forgiving of blood sugar roller coasters. Skipping breakfast can lead to shaky hands, brain fog, and even long-term issues like insulin resistance. But here's the sweet fix, literally. You don't need a feast. Just a power trio within an hour of waking, protein, fiber, and a splash of healthy fat. Think of it as giving your body a warm handshake. Try Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of walnuts and berries. Or how about avocado on whole grain toast? If you're pressed for time, keep hard-boiled eggs in the fridge or blend a smoothie with spinach, banana, and almond butter. Ethel's favorite? Overnight oats with chia seeds and a drizzle of honey. She prepares it before bed while listening to her old jazz records. She's got more spark now than her grandkids. Now, I know change can feel daunting. Maybe you're thinking, that's 2 habits already. How will I remember? Start small. Pick one thing this week. Tape a note to your bedside lamp. Breathe and sit. Or put your favorite breakfast ingredient right where you'll see it first thing. Progress, not perfection, is what we're after. And you know what? These aren't just fixes. They're gifts to your future self. That minute spent sitting on the edge of the bed. It's a moment of quiet in a noisy world. That nourishing breakfast? It's self-respect on a plate. You've spent a lifetime caring for others. Isn't it time to care for you with that same tenderness? So let's pause here. Try these 2 tweaks over the next few days. Notice how your body responds. Does your head feel clearer? Do your knees complain less? I'd love to hear what shifts for you. And when you're ready, we'll gently move into 2 more morning habits that might surprise you. So, how did those first 2 changes feel? If you've been trying the pause and stretch, or the power trio breakfast, I bet you've noticed a little more ease in your step, or at least fewer grumbles from your knees when you stand up. That's the beautiful thing about tuning in to what our bodies whisper to us. Small shifts truly do ripple through our days. Now, let's gently move into the next 2 morning habits that might be tripping you up. These are the ones that often slip under the radar because they feel so ordinary, so automatic. But trust me, fixing them can feel like opening a window in a stuffy room. Suddenly, everything breathes easier. First up, not drinking water soon enough. Now, I know you've heard this before. Drink more water. But stick with me. Here's why this is especially crucial first thing for us. Think about it. You've just gone 7 or 8 hours without a sip. Even if you don't feel thirsty, and many of us don't as we age, your body is quietly parched. Dehydration doesn't just mean a dry mouth. It can make your blood thicker, your heart work harder, and your head feel foggy before you've even tied your shoes. Take my friend Walter. He'd shuffle to the kitchen, brew his coffee, read the paper, and only drink water with his pills at lunch. By mid-morning, he'd feel so tired and headachy, he'd assume he was just getting old. Then his daughter bought him a lovely glass pitcher and told him, "Dad, try treating water like your morning medicine." Walter started filling the pitcher the night before and placing it right beside his coffee maker. Now, while the coffee brews, he drinks a full glass of water, room temperature, gentle on the belly, while watching the sunrise. It's like oiling a rusty hinge, he laughs. My brain creaks awake faster. Why this matters? As we get older, our sense of thirst dulls. Dehydration can mimic fatigue, confusion, or even low blood pressure. And starting your day behind on fluids is like trying to garden in a drought. The fix? Make it effortless and inviting. Keep a beautiful glass or bottle right where you'll see it, nightstand, kitchen counter. Drink 1 full glass before coffee or tea. Warm water with a slice of lemon is lovely if cold water bothers you. Not a fan of plain water? Try herbal tea, caffeine-free, or even add a few slices of cucumber or berries for a hint of flavor. This isn't about gulping gallons, just 1 glass, first thing. Think of it as waking up your insides with kindness. Now, let's talk about a habit that's deeply personal, one wrapped in our cherished routines. It's about taking medications on an empty stomach or with the wrong foods. Maybe you've been taking the same pills for years at 7 a.m. sharp, dry swallowed, or with a quick sip of coffee. It's efficient, you might think. But some medications need food to protect your stomach lining. Others work best with fat or protein to help absorption. And some common pills, like blood pressure meds or thyroid hormones, can clash badly with coffee, dairy, or even grapefruit. My neighbor Mabel learned this the hard way. She took her arthritis pill every morning with black coffee, then wondered why her stomach often felt like it was full of bees. Her doctor finally connected the dots. The pill needed food to buffer it. She started eating half a banana before taking it, and the discomfort vanished. Why this matters? Our digestive systems become more sensitive over time. Taking harsh pills on an empty stomach can cause irritation, ulcers, or nausea. And some food/beverages can block your body from absorbing the medicine fully, meaning you might not get the benefit you need. The fix? Knowledge is your friend. Never assume. Ask your doctor or pharmacist, should I take this with food? Are there foods or drinks I should avoid within an hour of taking it? Write the answer down. Pair wisely. If a pill needs food, pair it with something gentle like oatmeal, toast, or yogurt, unless dairy is a problem for that specific medication. Timing matters. If you take multiple pills, ask if any need to be spaced apart. Set a cute little timer if needed. Water is best. Always take pills with a full glass of water, not coffee, tea, or juice, unless your doctor says otherwise. I know your morning rituals are sacred. They're the quiet anchors in our day. So this isn't about overhaul, it's about tending, like adjusting the sails on a boat you've sailed for decades. A small turn can keep you gliding smoothly. You might be wondering, can these little things really add up? Oh, my friend, they do. Walter's morning glass of water helped clear his afternoon brain fog. Mabel's simple banana buffer gave her back pain-free mornings. It's not magic. It's just respecting how wonderfully, intricately made we are. So, this week, why not choose one of these to try? Maybe place that glass of water beside your toothbrush tonight. Or jot down a question for your pharmacist about your pills next time you refill them. Tiny steps. Gentle adjustments. Remember, this isn't about being perfect. It's about being present to yourself each morning. You've navigated so much in your life, shaped families, built careers, loved deeply. Now, this quiet time at dawn, it's your gift. When you're ready, we'll gently step into the last two morning habits, ones that might just surprise you with how deeply they touch your energy and joy. Isn't it something? How the smallest shifts, like that glass of water first thing, or timing your pills with a bite of banana, can quietly transform how you feel. It reminds me of my grandmother's garden. She'd always say, "Tend the roots, darling, and the blooms take care of themselves." That's what we're doing here, tending to your roots each morning. Now, let's gently unfold the last two morning habits. These are subtler, often overlooked because they don't shout like a dizzy spell or an aching stomach. But oh, they shape your days in profound ways. First, staying still for too long after waking. I know. Mornings are for easing in. Maybe you linger in bed listening to the radio, or sit with the paper in your favorite chair for an hour before moving much. It feels comforting, doesn't it? But here's the catch. Our joints and muscles stiffen like unused hinges when we stay still too long. For those of us over 70, that stiffness can settle in deeper and faster than we realize. Take my friend Marjorie. She'd wake, read in bed for 45 minutes, then shuffle to the kitchen. By the time she stood at the sink, her knees felt like rusty bolts. She thought it was arthritis acting up, until her physical therapist asked about her morning routine. "Motion is lotion," he told her. "The longer you wait, the harder it is to get moving." Why this matters? Synovial fluid, our joint's natural lubricant, needs movement to circulate. Staying still lets stiffness build, making simple tasks, like standing up or reaching for a mug, feel like climbing a mountain. It also lowers circulation, leaving you feeling colder and more fatigued. The fix? Gentle movement before stillness sets in. Before you even stand, while lying in bed, do micro-stretches. Point and flex your feet 10 times. Circle your ankles. Gently hug one knee to your chest, then the other. Within 10 minutes of rising, walk to the window and back. Roll your shoulders. Reach your arms overhead like you're picking apples. Make it joyful. Put on a song from your youth and sway while the kettle boils. Marjorie dances to Patsy Cline's Crazy while making tea. "My hips don't lie or ache," she grins. This isn't about exercise. It's about greasing your gears. 5 minutes of gentle motion can mean the difference between stiffness and suppleness all day. Now, let's talk about a habit rooted in modern life. Starting your day in dim light, or worse, under harsh bulbs. Many of us keep curtains drawn for privacy or turn on fluorescent lights while getting ready. But our bodies are wired to respond to light like a compass to north, especially morning light. Meet George, a retired teacher. He'd shuffle into his kitchen under dim under-cabinet lights, brew coffee, and read emails on his tablet. By 10 a.m., he felt foggy and unmotivated. "I blamed old age," he sighed. Then his granddaughter visited and threw open his curtains. "Grandpa, you're living in a cave," she teased. He started sitting by his east-facing window for 15 minutes each morning, just sipping tea in natural light. Within a week, his energy lifted. Why this matters? Morning sunlight, even on cloudy days, signals your brain to stop producing melatonin, the sleep hormone, and boosts cortisol, your natural wake-up hormone, at the right time. This sets your internal clock for better sleep that night. Harsh artificial light, however, strains your eyes and confuses your circadian rhythm. The fix: harness the sun's gentle power. Open curtains/blinds immediately, even before your pause and stretch at the bed's edge. Sit near a window while having breakfast or tea. Face the light if you can. No need to stare at the sun. If natural light is scarce, e.g., winter months, cloudy climates, use a happy light. 10,000 lux sad lamp. At breakfast for 15 to 20 minutes. Avoid bright screens, phones, tablets for the first 30 minutes. Their blue light mimics midday sun, scrambling your body's signals. George calls it his sun tea ritual. He doesn't just drink tea. He soaks in the light. It's like charging my batteries, he says. Now, stepping back, these 4 morning mistakes we've covered aren't failures. They're just habits that no longer serve the brilliant, changing person you are today. And fixing them? It's not about adding chores to your morning. It's about weaving in moments of kindness for yourself. That minute sitting on the bed. Kindness to your heart. The protein-rich breakfast. Kindness to your energy. The glass of water. Kindness to your mind. Timing medications mindfully. Kindness to your comfort. Gentle movement. Kindness to your joints. Morning light. Kindness to your rhythm. You've spent decades caring for others. Let this be your quiet revolution, tending to yourself first at dawn, before the world asks for your strength. Next time, we'll gently tie it all together. How these habits weave into a tapestry of resilience, why consistency beats perfection, and how to listen to your body's whispers when life shifts. But for now, I'd love to hear, what's one small change you've tried? Or which one feels most inviting? Your wisdom in the comments lifts us all. Until then, remember, your mornings aren't just a start to the day. They're a promise to yourself. Honor it gently. So here we are, my friend, sitting together at the close of our morning journey. If you've been trying even one of these gentle tweaks, I hope you felt a shift. A little less creak in your step, a little more clarity behind your eyes, or maybe just a softer start to your precious mornings. That's the quiet power of tending to ourselves. Let's gently gather what we've learned, not as rules, but as rhythms. Think of your morning like a symphony. Each small habit is an instrument. Waking slowly, your deep breaths at the bedside, is the soft opening note, the cello tuning itself. Nourishing breakfast, protein, fiber, good fat, is the warm percussion, steadying the beat. Morning hydration, that glass of water, is the flute, light, clear, waking every corner. Mindful medication, timed with care, is the viola, supporting without overpowering. Gentle movement, stretches, swaying, walking, is the violin, lifting everything upward. Morning light, nature's own spotlight, is the conductor, guiding the whole orchestra into harmony. Alone, each matters. Together, they create a melody that carries you through the day. The heart of consistency, not perfection. Now, I know life happens. Some days you'll forget the water glass. Other days, clouds will hide the sun. Maybe you'll skip breakfast because the grandkids are visiting. That's okay. Really. This isn't about perfection, it's about intention. Arthur told me last week. Some mornings I still jump up like a jackrabbit. Old habits, you know. But now I notice it. And the next day, I sit a little longer, breathe a little deeper. That's the gift, awareness. Progress, not pressure. Try this. Pick one anchor habit, the one that feels easiest or most joyful. For Ethel, it's her overnight oats. For George, it's sunlight with his tea. Let that anchor hold your morning. The rest will follow in time. Why these small shifts matter so much? You might wonder, can sitting on the bed for a minute or drinking water first thing truly change my health? Let me tell you about my neighbor, Florence. At 82, she'd felt fragile, tired by noon, stiff by evening. She started with just 2 changes, drinking water upon waking and 5 minutes of ankle circles in bed. Within weeks, her afternoon naps shortened. Her walks grew longer. I feel like I've given my body a language, she said, and it's finally whispering back, thank you. The ripple effect is real. Better hydration, clearer thinking, fewer stumbles. Gentle movement, less stiffness, more independence. Morning light, deeper sleep, brighter moods. It's not about adding years to life. It's about adding life to your years. Your body's wisdom and how to listen. You've lived in your body for over 7 decades. You know its storms and calms. These habits aren't rigid rules. They're invitations to listen closer. Notice, does your heart race when you stand? Slow your waking. Do your hands shake before lunch? Check your breakfast protein. Does your mind feel foggy? Drink water before coffee. Do your pills sit heavy? Ask your pharmacist about timing. Are your knees stiff? Stretch before sitting too long. Is your energy low by afternoon? Soak in morning light. Your body speaks and whispers. Meet it with curiosity, not criticism. A new dawn for you. Mornings are sacred. They're the blank page before the day writes its story. And you hold the pen. When you choose to start with kindness, with a glass of water, a stretch, a moment of light, you're writing a promise to yourself. I am worth tending to. That promise echoes through your hours. It's in the steadiness of your hands as you lift your teacup, in the lightness of your step as you walk to the mailbox, in the patience you offer a friend, because you're not running on fumes. Over to you now. I'd love to hear your story. Which habit felt easiest to try? What surprised you? What does your ideal morning feel like? Share your thoughts below. Your wisdom helps us all learn. And if this resonated, pass it along. Someone you love might need these gentle reminders too. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up. It tells me what matters to you. And subscribe if you haven't yet. We'll keep exploring how to live vibrantly, wisely, and kindly at every age. Remember, you've navigated decades of sunrises. You know resilience. You know grace. Now, let your mornings honor that strength. Here's to your next glorious dawn, and every one after. Go gently, shine brightly, and always choose yourself first.